Hello and welcome to Doctors Speak, where we put you in direct touch with the medical specialists and experts to answer your queries related to COVID-19. For the next 1 hour, our medical experts will answer your questions and clear your doubts. Our numbers are, and they'll be flashing on your screens soon. 011 is the Delhi code, 23387031 and 011-2309-7655. Make a note of them. Our phone lines are open for an hour from 2 to 3 p.m. and you may call us and ask your questions. You can also post your queries on DD News's live Facebook page and in reply to the pinned tweet on our Twitter handle, which is DD News Live. So you can open the Facebook live page of DD News as well as the Twitter handle of DD News, and you can post your questions, and rest assured the panelists here in the studio will be answering those questions. So let's introduce the distinguished panel of experts who's joining us now. Dr. N.N. Mathur, Director, Lady Hardinge Medical College is with us. Dr. M.K. Daga, Director, Professor, Maulana Azad, the Medical College is joining us on Skype, and Dr. Geeta Kampani, Professor Medicine, Safdarjung Hospital is also with us. I welcome you all to Doctor Speak. I'll begin with you, Dr. Mathur. On there are questions in fact that have already come in on Facebook as well as on Twitter. So let's start with the questions right away. One question that is being asked, Dr. Mathur, is that how does one deal with asymptomatic COVID-19 patients? Well, the government has been saying time and again, and also doctors, that 80% of the cases are either asymptomatic or are mild symptoms cases. So how does one deal with asymptomatic COVID-19 patients? That's the question.
Yeah, this is the most biggest group of patients who are just asymptomatic, and they probably won't even know that they are suffering from COVID, and they just don't have any symptoms. They have been picked up because they have been tested positive because they have come to the sampling center. They had some contact with the with some positive case, or they are from the containment zone, and they have been tested. So when these patients come to us and they are tested positive, they are first examined and in the emergency, and then they are shifted to the facility where they are put. Now lately the government has come out with the COVID Care Center, that's called CCC, and there are 8 and 9 of them. Yesterday also one new COVID Care Center has been opened in Delhi, and they are sent there, and they don't do unless they get symptoms, they don't need much of care, except that they need the isolation. So they are put in the isolation ward and monitored closely and provided all help, and if they develop symptoms, then they are to be transferred to the hospital for further care.
No, but the basic question that arises then, doctor, is that if one is an asymptomatic carrier of infection, how does really one come to know, and why would you really call the call center or a helpline or even call a doctor if you have no symptoms, because you simply don't know whether you are infected or not?
Yeah, so these are not picked up because they have come with the symptoms. They come because they say that they had been in contact with X or Y person who was positive. So
you are saying that in the event of following a contact history, if a person who is asymptomatic is found, then the person is treated, and after that an isolation is advised either at home or at a facility, depending on what is required. Well, the numbers are flashing on your screens. You can note them down and you can call us. All your medical questions relating to COVID-19 will be answered by an esteemed panel of experts who's with us on Doctor Speak. There are more questions that have come in, and one of the questions, okay, there is Rohit who's joining us from Baroda. Yes, Rohit, please ask your question. Puchiye sawal.
Good afternoon, sir. My question is there, whether it is safe to use AC, especially window AC in this situation?
I couldn't get his question.
Could you repeat the question, please?
My question is there, whether it is safe to use AC, especially Windows AC in this situation?
Okay. Okay. So the question is that, is it safe to use window ACs or split ACs in this situation where there is infection of COVID-19 that has spread to some extent? So Dr. Geeta, would you like to respond to this?
See, any infection in an AC environment which is closed is bound to circulate in that environment and increase. If there is a person who is infected with COVID and that person is in the AC environment, that is not admissible at all, because a person who is infected has to be quarantined for a period of at least 14 days, and he should be kept under isolation. If he is not having, like the first person who said, if he is not having any symptoms, he is home quarantined for a period of 14 days, and there is no question of AC in that environment, because the infection is bound to proliferate or increase in that environment.
Can
So,
people in general who don't have infections, because people are home quarantined, if they want to turn on the window AC or the split ACs at home, can they do that?
they are home quarantined because of infection?
No,
Not
simply
the-
quarantined.
No, if
At
you are
home.
at simply quarantined at home for usual told as the lockdown period is there, then there is, you can switch on the AC. There is no problem with the AC, but definitely ventilation of rooms is a healthier idea than AC. But if the climate is and the temperatures are peaking, it's humid, you can switch on the AC. There is no harm.
So you are saying that if there is a positive case in a house, then don't turn on the ACs, but if there is really no positive case in the house and there is no suspicion of anyone being positive, then you can use your
Yeah,
ACs, but do that
yes.
sparingly nevertheless.
Yeah.
So let's take some more questions. There is a viewer who has sent a question from Dubai, and that question is for you, Dr. Daga. The question is, and it's come on our social media platform, it is that we are aged 54 years, we are both diabetic, and our level is 120 to 150 fasting and 180 to 250 pp staying in Dubai. Can you advise what precautions are to be taken for the elderly? Would you like to respond to that?
Yeah, I think your sugars are little higher. So first try and control your sugar with your medicines, what you are taking. Consult your GP. Maybe require some increase in doses. And other thing is just stay healthy, do some exercise, and as far as possible, do not come in contact with anyone. Stay home. That would be the best thing. If you are going outside, wear a mask, normal simple mask, and that's all you need to take.
एक सवाल हिंदी में आया है और वो मैं आपसे पूछूंगी डॉक्टर माथुर, वो ये है कि कोविड-19 से बच्चों में संक्रमण होता है क्या? यदि हाँ, तो इलाज के दौरान बच्चों को पेरेंट्स के साथ रखते हैं या अकेले? तो द क्वेश्चन इज ऑन वेदर चिल्ड्रन can be infected by this virus, and if yes, then how should they be placed? Should they be placed separately from parents? Because this becomes a tricky situation where a parent is unable to take care of their child who may well be positive. So
ये बहुत ही अहम सवाल है, बहुत इंटेलिजेंट क्वेश्चन। बच्चों
answer
में
it.
संक्रमण होता है, संख्या कम है। एक ग्रुप है बच्चों में सारी सीवियर एक्यूट रेस्पिरेटरी इन्फेक्शंस, एंड जो बड़ों में भी है लेकिन बच्चों में भी वो ग्रुप है। और बच्चों में उस ग्रुप में कुछ पेशेंट्स में हमने देखा है कि इवन वेरी वेरी स्मॉल चिल्ड्रन कोविड के केसेस हैं। इनका ट्रीटमेंट जब ये पॉजिटिव पॉजिटिव प्रूव हो जाते हैं तो इनका ट्रीटमेंट कोविड केयर सेंटर, कोविड हॉस्पिटल के अंदर ही होगा या कोविड एक्सक्लूसिव कोविड यूनिट में होगा। फिर सारी से वो कोविड में शिफ्ट हो जाते हैं। और इस जब ट्रीटमेंट होगा तो बच्चा क्योंकि मदर के साथ ही रह सकता है तो मदर के साथ ही वो होता है। एंड सो बोथ मदर एंड चाइल्ड आर ट्रीटेड टुगेदर, आर केप्ट टुगेदर। मदर को भी इन्वेस्टिगेट किया जाता है और दोनों पेरेंट्स को बल्कि इन्वेस्टिगेट किया जाता है। इफ दे आर प्रूव पॉजिटिव देन दे आर ऑल्सो ट्रीटेड। अगर मदर नेगेटिव है बट मदर विल स्टे विद द चाइल्ड।
okay, so mother will have to stay with the child in such situations. एक और सवाल आया है, अभिषेक हमारे साथ जुड़ रहे हैं बिहार से। जी अभिषेक, पूछिए अपना सवाल।
गुड आफ्टरनून एवरीवन। मैम मेरा सवाल है ये कि जैसे मोस्ट ऑफ द आइटम्स जो हम यूज़ करते हैं किचन आइटम्स के, तो वो पॉली बैग्स में रैप होते हैं। तो कई बार हम न्यूज़ चैनल्स में देखते हैं कि ये प्लास्टिक्स पे या फिर जैसे जो भी हमारे आइटम्स होते हैं ईटेबल्स आइटम, तो वो पॉली बैग्स में या प्लास्टिक के आइटम्स में रैप होते हैं। तो कई बार ऐसा हमारे को लगता है कि ये चीज़ हम यूज़ करें या इससे पहले हम सैनिटाइज करें, कि फॉर एग्जांपल मैम जैसे मैगी है या और भी कई सारे आइटम्स हैं, और न्यूज़ चैनल में हम देखते हैं कि कोरोना वायरस जो है वो प्लास्टिक ऑब्जेक्ट्स पे 3 से 4 दिन एक्टिव रहता है। तो कहीं ना कहीं ये थोड़ा सा मन में डाउट रहता है कि इस चीज़ को कैसे हम डील करें, मतलब ये जो पॉली बैग्स है, आइटम्स हैं, इनको किस तरीके से हम यूज़ करें।
Dr. Daga, if you could hear the question, would you like to answer it? The question is on various products that come home, especially FMCG products that are wrapped in polythene or plastic. So the viewer is asking if all those packets need to be sanitized before use. हिंदी में जवाब दीजिएगा।
हाँ बिल्कुल। देखिए, जब भी कोई बाहर से चीज आप ला रहे हैं, उसको आप सैनिटाइज कर सकते हैं 70% अल्कोहल बेस्ड सॉल्यूशन से या हाइपोक्लोराइड सॉल्यूशन से, और उसमें इतना डरने की जरूरत नहीं है। आप उसके बाद उसको खोलने के बाद अपने हाथ साबुन से अगर 20-30 सेकंड तक प्रॉपरली धोएंगे और हाथ को सैनिटाइज कर देंगे तो आपको इसका कोई रिस्क नहीं है, इतना घबराने की जरूरत नहीं है। पर ये जरूर ध्यान रखें कि जब भी आप सामान लाएं उसको आप थोड़ा सैनिटाइज अगर कर सकते हैं तो करिए, नहीं कर सकते हैं तो उस पैकेट को खोलने के बाद या तो आप दस्ताने पहन के पैकेट खोल सकते हैं, और खोलने के बाद सामान आप कहीं पे भी खाली जब कर लेंगे उसको डिस्पोज ऑफ कर दीजिए और अपने हाथ को 20-30 सेकंड के लिए अच्छी तरह से साबुन से धो लीजिए और फिर थोड़ा सा सैनिटाइजेशन कर लीजिए, या केवल साबुन से धो लेंगे तो ठीक है, और कैसे घबराने की इसमें कोई जरूरत नहीं।
Okay. Now there are more questions that have come in. One question is, as far as I understand, related to the fabric of the PPE or maybe the masks that are worn by healthcare workers. Because the question is, and Dr. Geeta, you may like to answer this. Just curious if non-woven fabric are useful as they allow water to pass through them. Droplets will infect their main suit. Is this a reason more of health workers are getting infected? So the viewer wants to know, why are health workers getting infected? Is there a problem in the basic suit that they wear? What they perhaps don't know is that there is a hazmat suit which is supposed to be there, which is supposed to be a protective gear, so to say, for health workers. But would you like to respond to this?
See, the healthcare workers are being who have got infected is probably at the time of examination of an asymptomatic patient or coming in contact with a person. That person never had symptoms, or there is a history of contact. See, there are so many patients who come to us that with pneumonias, or it's a community acquired pneumonia, and maybe there is no history of contact with any COVID patient. So he is just a patient of pneumonia and there is an index of suspicion. So many times at that time, if you are not protected by the proper PPE, you can get infected. Otherwise, if the healthcare worker is wearing the proper PPE with a face shield, with the goggles, with gloves, the complete PPE, there is no scope of infection of the healthcare worker.
Okay. Another question has come in, and Dr. Mathur, you may like to respond to this. It's come to us from social media, and that is that we are observing the lockdown as per the directions. Should we keep doors and windows closed all the time as a flat is on the roadside? Would you like to respond to it? Should the doors and windows of such a flat be closed all the times, and for other flats as well, if you could give a generic answer?
No, it's not necessary. In fact, as much ventilation as possible should be maintained in the house. It is advisable to keep your doors and windows open. So keeping the doors and windows closed is not required.
जी, तो आप अपने जो डोर्स और विंडोज़ हैं, जो दरवाजे हैं, खिड़कियां हैं, उनको आप खोल सकते हैं। इसमें घबराने की ज़रूरत नहीं है। ऐसा नहीं है कि इन्फेक्शन आएगा, क्योंकि हम जानते हैं कि अभी तक की जो स्टडीज़ हैं वो यही बता रही हैं कि इन्फेक्शन एयरबोर्न नहीं है, इन्फेक्शन ड्रॉपलेट से फैल रहा है। एंड देयर आर मोर क्वेश्चंस दैट हैव कम इन, एंड दैट इज़, मेरा एक क्वेश्चन ये है कि हम सब्जियाँ या दूसरे ज़रूरत के सामान बाहर से ला रहे हैं, क्या ऐसे में इनके थ्रू कोरोना फैल सकता है? जैसे पता चला है कि किसी ऑफिसर को फाइल्स की वजह से हो गया था, और हाँ, तो इससे बचने के लिए क्या करें? सो दिस इज अ क्वेश्चन दैट इज बीइंग आस्क्ड. डॉक्टर डागा, maybe you can respond to this on whether fruits and vegetables can be carriers of infection, and how should they be really bought, and should they be washed, and how should they be washed? Should they be washed with warm water? How should they be treated before use?
देखिए, उसका जवाब देने के पहले मैं ये भी कहना चाहता हूँ,
हिंदी में पूछेगा। हाँ जी, बोलिए।
हेल्थ केयर वर्कर जो इन्फेक्ट हो रहे हैं, उसका कारण कहीं कहीं पे ऐसा हो रहा है कि लोग अपने लेवल पे पीपीई प्रोक्योर करके पहन रहे हैं क्योंकि अवेलेबिलिटी में प्रॉब्लम थी। तो ये इंश्योर करना है कि देयर सर्टेन गाइडलाइंस है, यूसीसी मटेरियल होना चाहिए उसमें जो पीपीई पहनते हैं, वो बहुत ज़रूरी है। तो इस तरह से ये ध्यान रखने की बहुत ज़रूरत है कि आप प्रॉपर गेयर्स यूज़ करें। अब जो सब्जियां और फल और आप खरीद के ला रहे हैं, वही है, एक तो आपको फिजिकल डिस्टेंसिंग रखनी है, जब आप शॉप पे जा रहे हैं वो खरीदते हैं, आप अपना खुद का थैला ले जाइए, आप अपने सारी सब्जी फल अपने थैले में लीजिए, और उसके बाद आने के बाद आप उनको अच्छी तरह से थोड़े से वार्म वाटर में, और अगर आपके पास सोडा है घर पे, सादा सिंपल सोडा, तो वो डाल दीजिए थोड़ा पानी में, सारा उनको धो लीजिए, और या फिर विनेगर भी डाल सकते हैं धोने के लिए। ये आप ज़्यादा प्रिकॉशंस ले रहे हैं इसलिए, अदरवाइज सिंपल पानी में अच्छी तरह से आप धो लेंगे तो ऐसा कोई रिस्क इसमें नहीं है।
Okay, there's a caller who's joined us. Dr. Dinesh has joined us from Patna. जी पूछिए अपना सवाल।
हेलो
जी पूछिए सवाल।
सर, पहले तो डॉक्टर साहब को नमस्कार। मैं पटना से बोल रहा हूँ, डॉक्टर दिनेश, होम्योपैथ के डॉक्टर हूँ। 20 रात न्यूज में हमने सुना कि 20 से 45 एज के जो युवा हैं उनमें कोई सिम्टम न होते हुए भी सतर्क रहने की जरूरत है, क्योंकि उनमें भी कोविड-19 होने की संभावना है। या इसको मुझे समझाया जाए सर। कोई मान लिया सिम्टम नहीं है, फिर भी होने की संभावना ही क्या है?
जी, would you like to respond to this, Dr. Mathur? The question that keeps coming to us on show after show is that there are asymptomatic carriers of infection, meaning that one person is positive but one person is not showing symptoms. ICMR to this has said that it takes time for symptoms to reflect, and this is normal, and as soon as symptoms reflect, then you should contact a doctor. Otherwise, if you are asymptomatic contact of a positive person, you would be treated. हिंदी में जवाब दीजिए।
इनका सवाल था कि 20 से 40 साल
जो
के
यंग
उम्र
लोग
में,
हैं,
यंग में
हाँ,
ज़्यादा
वो सिम्टम्स शो नहीं कर रहे हैं
वो
और
सिम्टम
पॉजिटिव
नहीं
हैं।
है उनको। और तो ये बात सही है कि लार्ज पॉपुलेशन ऐसा है जो कि सिम्टम नहीं शो कर रहेगा। और ये 20 से 40 उम्र की ही बात नहीं है, कोई भी व्यक्ति होगा जिसके अंदर संक्रमण हो गया है लेकिन वो सिम्टम्स नहीं शो करेगा कुछ पीरियड तक, 5 दिन तक उसको सिम्टम्स नहीं होंगे, उसके बाद सिम्टम्स आ सकते हैं। उस पीरियड में वो दूसरों को ज़रूर इन्फेक्ट कर सकता है। और ये पॉपुलेशन जो 20 से 40 की इन्होंने बताई, उसमें ये पॉसिबिलिटी थोड़ी ज़्यादा इसलिए है कि ज़्यादातर उस एज ग्रुप के लोग सिम्टोमेटिक नहीं हो पाते हैं और वो उनका इन्फेक्शन निकल भी जाता है, उनको पता भी नहीं चलता। बट वो दूसरों को इन्फेक्ट कर सकते हैं। तो वैसे वो कोई भी व्यक्ति कर सकता है, लेकिन हाँ हो सकता है कि जो यंगर पॉपुलेशन है वो इस कैटेगरी में ज़्यादा फॉल करती है।
Another question is coming from social media. Dr. Geeta, would you like to respond to this? The person is asking that since one of the employees had tested positive in their workplace, in their office, will it be okay to visit the office after 20 days?
Yeah, definitely. See, the maximum period of infection, which incubation of this virus is about 14 days. That is the usual 5 to 14 days. So, if the people have come in to see, if someone is walking on the road or you are walking, just by casual walking and at a distance of 6 feet, the virus is not going to come into you because it is not there in the air. But if you are directly speaking to a person who is infected and that person coughs or sneezes and you are not wearing a mask, he is not wearing a mask, you can get infected. So, up to a period of 14 days, all the people who have come into contact with a patient person who is COVID positive, they should be quarantined, and others also history is taken, contact tracing is done to see who all have been in contact with this COVID positive patient, and they all should be quarantined for a period of 14 days.
ठीक है, तो आप कह रहे हैं कि 14 दिन से ज़्यादा का समय के बाद आप ऑफिस ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं। अगर कोई पॉजिटिव केस आया है आपके ऑफिस में तो आप 14 दिन के प्रिकॉशंस लें और फिर उसके बाद आप ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं। There's another question that's come in on social
After
media.
14 days, if you are negative,
Okay.
if you have been tested negative, then you can join.
Okay. So
But definitely the testing for all people who have come in contact up to they will be tested and they will be home quarantined for 14 days.
okay. Let's now take some more questions that have come in on social media. One question is, what precautions should be taken after the lockdown gets over? Would you like to respond, Dr. Daga, to that? The lockdown is not over. What we are seeing is lockdown 2.0 till the 3rd of May, and some relaxations have set in. So we really don't know if and when the lockdown will be over, at least in the near future. But would you like to respond to some precautions that need to be taken even now during lockdown 2.0? And presuming that the lockdown gets over on the 3rd of May, which we really don't know, what precautions should be taken after that?
I think the most important thing would be physical distancing. As much as you can, and when you are going to any crowded place, do this very religiously. Secondly, avoid going to places where you need not go. You can do on telephone something, you can work from home, because this virus is not going to go away completely. And we have to understand that it will come back, it will come. And as of now, we do not have any definite treatment, and any vaccination is far away, more than a year and a half or 2 years. So we have to maintain these. And third important thing is hand hygiene. Very, very important. We are in habits of touching our face, nose, eye repeatedly, 1,000 times in a day. So learn that hand hygiene technique, and also technique of cough etiquettes, you know. If you are coughing or sneezing, please use your elbow. Keep yourself away from people around you. These are the things you will have to maintain, and maybe make it as a part of your life, you know. Too much of social gathering, you have to now cut it down and go through some other route. That's very important.
Okay. There's a
And
question
be
that,
careful.
yeah,
I
please
wanted to say,
continue.
be careful when there are elderly people around you and you have elderly people in your home. You are duty bound to do all this, because you may come with infection, you are asymptomatic, but you may produce problem at your home as well.
प्रदीप शेखावत हमारे साथ जुड़ रहे हैं जयपुर से। जी प्रदीप, पूछिए अपना सवाल।
हाँ नमस्कार मैडम, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर गिविंग वेरी वैल्यूएबल इंफॉर्मेशन अबाउट द कोविड वायरस। मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है मैडम कि हेलो
पूछिए।
जी, मध्य प्रदेश के अंदर ऐसा सुना गया है कि जो वहाँ की हेल्थ सेक्रेटरी थी मैडम, वो पॉजिटिव पाई गई है कोविड से। तो ऐसा माना गया था कि वो ऑफिस फाइल के थ्रू एक पेशेंट से दूसरे पेशेंट में स्प्रेड हुई, एक पर्सन से दूसरे पर्सन में स्प्रेड हुई। तो क्या पेपर के माध्यम से स्प्रेड हो सकता है? क्या ये थोड़ा क्लियर कीजिए आप, है ना, मेडिकल एक्सपर्ट के माध्यम से। और ऐसे क्या न्यूज़पेपर के माध्यम से भी हो सकता है क्या? जो हॉकर्स होते हैं वो उसको डोर टू डोर पेपर पहुंचाते हैं, तो क्या इसमें भी कोई संभावना है क्या? ये थोड़ा आप क्लियर कीजिए प्लीज।
डॉक्टर माथुर, इसका जवाब
जी।
दीजिए, क्या पेपर के माध्यम से फैल सकता है कोरोना वायरस?
इनका सवाल अच्छा है। इन्होंने फाइल की भी बात करी। अब पेपर से टेक्निकली स्पीकिंग फैल सकता है, लेकिन कुछ देर तक कोरोना वायरस उस पर रहता है, लेकिन बहुत कम पॉसिबिलिटी है। हम कॉमन थिंग्स हैपन कॉमनली, तो हम ये समझ के चलें कि जिस तरीके से फैलता है वो है छींक, खांसी और संक्रमण उससे, जिससे कि अगर आपका हाथ उसमें संक्रमित है तो अगर शेक हैंड करेंगे या अपने मुंह पे लगाएंगे तो दूसरे को फैला सकते हैं, अपने को फैला सकते हैं। लेकिन फाइल से फैलना एक अलग चीज़ हो जाती है, क्योंकि फाइल कई लोगों के पास जाती है। सो दैट इज़ one thing which has to be taken care of, because the files move from person to person and many people see the same file, and if any one of them or multiple people have some infection, then there is a technical possibility of infection traveling from one person to another through the file, more than just the newspaper or one time item which you receive. So जब भी फाइलिंग के अंदर जो लोग हैं और एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन में हैं, तो वो एक केयर रख सकते हैं कि आफ्टर हैविंग सीन द फाइल्स जस्ट वॉश द हैंड्स अगेन एंड डोंट टच योर फेस व्हाइल सीइंग द फाइल्स।
जी, More questions have come in on social media. One question is that can humans become infected with COVID-19 from an animal source, because I have a pet? So that's the question. Dr. Daga, would you like to respond to that?
No, it is unlikely. It is very, very unlikely. And as of now, we do not see that evidence. So you should not be worried about that.
Okay,
Although we have seen some cases or reports of a human transmitting it to a tiger in New York or something, but it is very unlikely.
Okay. Another question has come in. Dr. Geeta, you would like to respond to this? Is it safe to walk in a colony campus, because there are many people who have high BP and they need to walk to maintain their BP, blood pressure levels?
See, right now I will not advise that you walk in a colony campus, because you don't know with all this asymptomatic, especially patients with hypertension, elderly patients, because with all this asymptomatic individuals, and they will transmit the infection when they are asymptomatic also. And if you are maintaining a distance of say 6 to 10 feet while walking from any individual, you can go for a short walk, but I will still advise you that if you can walk within the perimeter of your house, that is more advisable rather than walking outside.
Okay. Dr. Mathur, a question has come in on social media, and that is, can we put washed clothes in an open area for sunlight, and is it required to sanitize before wearing clothes in view of coronavirus?
Yeah, sunlight is very good
Disinfectant.
and anything which you think is infected, you can put in sunlight for some time, and ultraviolet lights and the heat itself will reduce the chances of infection. So sunlight is good, and putting clothes in the sunlight to dry up, or if it is little infected, exposing them to sunlight is a good idea.
हमारे साथ एक कॉलर जुड़ गए हैं, विशाल हमारे साथ जुड़े हैं हिमाचल से. यस विशाल, आस्क योर क्वेश्चन, पूछिए सवाल.
मैम क्वेश्चन सर से है कि हमारे यहाँ हमीरपुर में ना हिमाचल से यहाँ पर 2 कोरोना संक्रमित पाए गए हैं, उनकी ट्रैवल हिस्ट्री का भी पता नहीं लग रहा है, तो इसमें यहाँ पर डर सा माहौल है यहाँ पर.
There is a sense of panic which continues to be there in some sections of society. So I think the question is with regard to what they should do. They are clueless, considering that Vishal is saying that some.
और मैम क्या बोलते हैं, उनकी क्या बोलते हैं ट्रैवल हिस्ट्री भी जांची गई, और उनकी वो नहीं आई, वो यहाँ के हैं, वो पता नहीं लग रहा है कहाँ से आए ये.
आप ये जानना चाहते हैं कि क्या प्रिकॉशंस लेने हैं आपको?
हाँ जी, हाँ जी.
ठीक है, पूछ लेते हैं सवाल. डॉक्टर डागा, आप जवाब दीजिए हिंदी में.
आई थिंक वी हैव टू, हमको ये समझने की जरूरत है कि 100% सारे केसेस जो आ रहे हैं उसमें हमें ये हिस्ट्री नहीं मिलेगी. कुछ ऐसे भी होंगे, जैसे आपने सुना होगा कि बहुत सारों को कोई सिम्टम्स होते नहीं हैं और वो घूम रहे हैं इधर उधर और उनको पता भी नहीं है, बीमारी होके चली भी गई, तो उनसे किसी से ये उनको फैल गया होगा. और अगर प्रिकॉशन आप रखेंगे तो इसमें कोई घबराने की जरूरत नहीं है. आपको लगता है कि आप उनके कांटेक्ट में आ गए हैं और आपको लगता है कि आप नहीं रख पाए हैं, तो आप कोई भी अपने आसपास के जो क्षेत्र जो बना हुआ है एरिया, या जो हॉस्पिटल है या जो डिस्पेंसरी है जहाँ पे आप जाके टेस्ट करा सकते हैं अगर आपको बहुत डर है. अदरवाइज अन्यथा आपको इसमें किसी तरह की घबराने की जरूरत नहीं है, क्योंकि 80 से 85% लोग, 85% लोग जो हैं बिल्कुल ठीक हो जाते हैं इसमें. और तो आपको किसी तरह की घबराने की जरूरत नहीं है. जो मैंने पहले बताया, आप अपना मार्च निकलते हैं तो रुमाल बांध लीजिए, मास्क पहन लीजिए और थोड़ी दूरी रखिए, इस सबसे ठीक हो जाए.
More questions have come in. You can also post your questions on DD News's Twitter handle as well as on our Facebook page. We'll be picking up your question and we'll be asking for answers from the medical experts. So if you have any query, if you have any doubt, all those doubts can be dispelled. There's another question that has come in. Dr. Geeta, would you like to respond to this? Even after lockdown, the numbers are increasing. Is it okay to relax the lockdown and go for herd immunity? A concept that was followed in the UK. How have the results been there, and can this be considered for a country like India?
See, herd immunity will definitely develop, because there are three categories of people basically who get immunized. One are the in a large population like our country, one are the people who are infected. So, by getting infected they develop immunity. Then there is the second category who have subclinical infection. So, they are the asymptomatic individuals who never develop overt symptoms, but a subclinical infection develops in them, and because of that they develop immunity. And there are a third category with, in whom the virus never gets transmitted, but this is the basic concept of herd immunity. They get immunized, they develop immunity to this virus. So, herd immunity will gradually develop in our country also as the viral infection comes.
Okay, but the question was related to relaxing the lockdown. The question says, is it okay to relax the lockdown and go for herd immunity?
See, I think the lockdown should get relaxed, because this cannot be a permanent solution. But what is a permanent solution is that you maintain social distance from anybody up to about 6 feet, avoid going to any crowded place, and go to a place where it is absolutely necessary. Wear a mask, or wash your hands as per the prescribed procedure. Wash them for 30 seconds or sanitize them. When you are sanitizing them, also sanitize them for 20 seconds. You observe all these hygiene practices and maintain distance, and I think that should be sufficient.
Okay, so herd immunity is something that is going to develop over a period of time, but there is no such proposition of relaxing the lockdown and going in for herd immunity being considered by India. That position has not been taken by India. Well, a person who got COVID-19 and recovered, can he or she get infected again, or he or she has got immunity for life against this virus? This is related to the question that you had asked. Dr. Mathur, would you like to respond to it?
So, really, truly speaking, we don't know. There had been some instances that where the infection has occurred again and they have been reported, but it's not common. It will not commonly happen that way. Mostly it will happen that you will get one infection in case you get, and you will not get another one. But there had been few instances, and they have been reported in our medical literature in the recent publications. Yes.
Okay. There's another question that has come in on our Twitter handle, and Dr. Daga, would you like to respond to this? The question is that there are many people who have a good immune system, but is there any particular nutrients that can help boost immune systems? There are Ayush guidelines as well that the Prime Minister keeps reiterating.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, first thing is remain positive, and the second important thing is eat healthy food. These are the two things. So you ensure that you're eating healthy food with a lot of vegetables, fruits, and proper diet. That's good enough. You don't need any immune supplements. There are many. There are some Ayurvedic also. There are many other immune supplements, but a lot of people are taking that also out of fear or out of some kind of this thing that this will help. But I think best is to exercise, eat healthy, and remain positive. That's very important.
Now, there is a question that has been asked, Dr. Geeta, that there are around 3,000 people who have been cured from COVID-19. What precautions are taken for those people who have been cured? Would you like to respond to this, that post-recovery, what are the precautions that people need to take?
See, as of now, we don't know how long a patient who has recovered from infection, whether how long the immunity will remain in that individual. This only long-term studies or longitudinal studies will tell us that whether he can get infected again or not. Probably the patients who we know who have been reinfected, whether they were not cleared of their virus only initially, or whether there has been a reinfection, this is also not clear. So we really can't say that precautions, as I told you, the universal precautions should always be maintained even if you have recovered from infection, because as of now we don't know how long the immunity after recovery to this virus will remain, or whether there are other strains of the virus which can reinfect the individuals. All that is not known about this virus right now.
एक और सवाल है डॉक्टर माथुर, आप इसका जवाब देंगे। ये ट्विटर पे हमसे पूछा गया है। साइनस की प्रॉब्लम वाले कैसे ध्यान रखें या जिसको एलर्जी हो वो कैसे ध्यान रखें अपना इस समय में?
जी, जिनको एलर्जीज़ हैं और जिनको साइनसाइटिस है उनको कोई स्पेशल प्रिकॉशन लेने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, एक्सेप्ट जो रेगुलर प्रिकॉशन है वही उनको लेने की ज़रूरत है, जबकि हैंड हाइजीन रखें और सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग रखें। ये ऐसा नहीं होगा कि जिनको साइनसाइटिस है या जिनको एलर्जीज़ हैं दे आर मोर प्रोन टू हैविंग दिस इन्फेक्शन, ऐसा नहीं है। They are as prone as anybody else to get this infection. So अगर वो वही precaution रख रहे हैं जो कि universal हैं, hand hygiene and social distancing, that is good enough.
A caller has joined us. Sadiq Hussain has joined us from Andhra Pradesh. जी Sadiq, पूछिए अपना सवाल.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, my question is that I have been suffering from atopic dermatitis for last 10 years. I heard that persons who had been suffering from such a dermatitis will have the low immunity power. Actually, what the precaution should I have to take to get reduced from the corona?
Would you like to repeat your question, please?
Madam, that I have been suffering from atopic dermatitis. It's a skin disorder that I have been suffering from last 10 years. What the precautions actually we need to take to get away from the corona?
Okay, a skin disorder, particular condition that he is citing. Dr. Geeta, what are the precautions that he should take?
I think the precautions for him are the same as for any other individual. There are no specific precautions unless he is also on steroids. Steroids decrease your immunity and make you immunocompromised. So you have to be additionally careful. All the precautions which we have already mentioned as far as usage of masks is concerned in overcrowded places and hand washing is concerned and social distancing is concerned, the same precautions apply, maybe to an extra added degree if you are taking steroids. Otherwise, as far as I think atopic dermatitis, he must be only on topical steroids and they are not going to affect your immunity. So, the same precautions that are applicable to others are also applicable to you.
अगर त्वचा में कहीं कोई कट है डॉक्टर माथुर, तो क्या कोई ज़्यादा खतरा रहता है संक्रमण का?
ऐसा पब्लिकेशंस में तो नहीं है, लेकिन बट दिस कैन बी अ पॉसिबिलिटी कि अगर बट इट्स अ वेरी रेयर थिंग दैट through which you can get the infection, but yes, that is a possibility.
Okay, you are saying you're not ruling that out. There is another question that has come in on Twitter. Dr. Daga, if you are with us, the question is, there are many people who have a good immune system, but is there a particular nutrient to boost our immune systems? Would you like to respond to that?
Yeah, I think as I told earlier that take lots of fruits, vegetables, that's very important, exercise. If you are deficient in something, say you're deficient in vitamin D, or if you're deficient in vitamin E, or any of those deficiencies are there, then definitely you can take. Otherwise, there is absolutely no need.
Okay. Now, there's a question, Dr. Daga, that has also come in, and that is asymptomatic carriers will help spread milder strain and thus improve overall resistance of the herd. Is that true? Will asymptomatic carriers help build herd immunity, in other words?
It would help, but the question is that if that asymptomatic has come in contact with an elderly chronic disease patient, you never know. So it is still being studied, it is still being seen. We are still in process of learning that yes, the chances are less, but you cannot be 100% sure. So if you are asymptomatic carrier and the other person gets infected, how would that person react would depend on viral load and the way body reacts to that. So if you are an elderly and chronic illness you have, then your chances of getting infection even from an asymptomatic carrier is not less.
Okay. Sukanya, a caller is joining us from New Delhi. Yes, Sukanya, go ahead, ask your question.
Actually, I want to ask that my husband is 59 years old and he is diabetic and having hypertension also. Now, my question is, he has to go to office. But in office, whether the sanitation and other things are taken care or not, we don't know properly. Even the person who is coming and sanitizing may be a carrier. So what should I do and how to protect him in this situation? I'm very worried about it.
Would you like to respond to that, Dr. Mathur?
So, the precaution is again remains the universal, and there need not be too much of apprehension and worry, provided you are taking the social distancing norm you are maintaining, and you are doing the hand hygiene and keeping the things clean around you, and your hands and your face. It's very unlikely that you will get the infection, whether you are hypertensive or you are diabetic. The diabetes and hypertension will not make you more prone to infection. Diabetes and hypertension will make you probably more prone to have the complication in case you get the disease. So, there is nothing to worry. This too much of worry will not be helpful.
Dr. Daga, one question that has come in on social media is पैदल चलने से, शूज़ पहनकर या स्लीपर पहनकर चलने से हम किस हद तक सुरक्षित हैं या हमें किस बात का ध्यान रखना चाहिए?
ये सवाल पहले भी आया है कि
ये काफी बार पूछा गया है सवाल
कि शू से ट्रांसमिट हो गया, इन्फेक्शन लोगों को हो गया। ये भी एडवाइस आई कि ऐसा हो सकता है। हाँ, अगर आप हेल्थ केयर फैसिलिटी में वर्क करते हैं, आप डायरेक्टली पेशेंट केयर आईसीयू में हैं, इन्वॉल्व है, और अगर आपने वहाँ पे शू में कवर नहीं पहना, शू कवर और प्रोटेक्टिव गियर नहीं लिया, तो आप कैरी कर सकते हैं उस वायरस को अपने घर में, अपने आसपास की जगह पे। अदरवाइज जनरल आम पब्लिक को इससे कोई चिंता करने की जरूरत नहीं है, क्योंकि आप उस एरिया में है नहीं। आपको इस तरह से वायरस आपके शूज पे, आपके चप्पल पे आने का कोई चांस नहीं है, आप आराम से इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं।
Okay, now there's another question that has come in on social media, and Dr. Geeta, that's for you. Why is coronavirus more fatal than other viruses?
See, this coronavirus, why it is more fatal, we don't know, but it is definitely associated, and in a very few percentage of patients, hardly 5% of patients, and especially the patients who are suffering from any immunocompromised state or diabetes, it can lead to complications. Why it is more fatal is not exactly known.
Okay. Another question that has come in, and Dr. Mathur, you may like to answer this. Can after recovering a patient become a silent carrier if he becomes reinfected, as his body will keep on fighting it? So, can those who were infected at some point in time, got cured, get reinfected, and then their body keeps fighting it, can that person spread the infection?
No, the time will tell, but it's not possible. It is not likely to be the case that they become the silent carrier. When we get the infection, we have the antibodies level rising, first the IgM and then the IgG will rise, and in all probabilities the infection will go away. As we told in the beginning of this program also, the cases which have been reported to have recurred, we do not know whether the infection was not cured in them or they really recurred, and those incidences are very, very few. So, it is very unlikely that there will be some silent carriers.
One caller has joined us. Sujatru Roy Chaudhary has joined us from Lucknow. Please ask your question.
नमस्ते, मैं जल शक्ति मंत्रालय का ग्राउंड वाटर साइंटिस्ट हूँ। तो मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि ये वायरस सर अगर क्या पानी से ट्रांसमिट हो सकता है, क्योंकि मैक्सिमम केसेस में है, बंगाल में भी कल एक केस हुआ था कि मैक्सिमम केसेस में जो विक्टिम है उन लोगों को, यहाँ जो डेड बॉडीज है उन लोगों को नदी के साइड में, मतलब रिवर बैंक में कवर दिया जा रहा है। तो अगर ये वायरस वाटर के थ्रू ट्रांसमिट होता है, बिकॉज दैट आर द मेजर जोन्स ऑफ ग्राउंड वाटर रिचार्ज, तो अगर ऐसा हो रहा है तो ग्राउंड वाटर शुड बी कंटामिनेटेड विद दिस वायरस, so is there any possibility?
Dr. Daga, would you like to respond to this? Can this be transmitted through groundwater, and will bodies that are being taken to rivers, etc., really contaminate groundwater, and that groundwater can enter our homes and spread the infection? That's the question.
It has been seen that yes, it does get excreted through gastrointestinal route, and it does get excreted. But whether it would contaminate groundwater and then through the water, it is as of now not known. Possibilities 100% cannot be ruled out, but yes, certainly as of now it is not known that it will get transmitted through the water. But this has also been seen that a lot of these patients they do excrete it in their gastrointestinal route, so that possibility is there. And that's why there is a special protocol of, those patients who are COVID positive, the way they are to be cremated, where they have to be done. There are already Ministry of Health guidelines, and those protocols have to be followed.
Absolutely. There are more questions that have come in. Dr. Geeta, would you like to respond to this? For how much time is it required to dry our usables, meaning clothes, etc., under sun rays to make those free from COVID-19? And may I know the lethal temperature for this virus? Which temperature can kill the virus? In other words, can we use hot water to disinfect our dresses?
See, you don't have to use hot water to disinfect your dresses. Whatever you wear when you come back from a place, like we come back from hospital. So, it is advisable that you change your clothes, you wash your clothes in normal water, tap water with soap, and you dry them in the sun, and then there is no need to sanitize them, or there is no special precaution for them. And normal clothes which you have, you go out, you go for buying something from the market, there is no need to come back and change the clothes or sanitize them, and otherwise the virus gets destroyed at temperature above 34 degrees centigrade, they say.
You are saying the virus gets destroyed at a temperature over 34 degrees Celsius. Has that been established?
See, that has not exactly been established, because otherwise the temperatures have risen above 34 degrees centigrade, and we are still getting cases. So, they are probably by droplet transmission, but otherwise there is no need to heat the water and wash the clothes in temperatures above that. No, you wash the clothes in normal water and soap, that is enough.
Okay. Another question that has come in is, can a surgical mask be reused? Would you like to respond to that, Dr. Mathur?
No, the surgical masks are the masks which we use as a healthcare professionals, and they are never reused. Not only in the corona situation, but even otherwise, surgical masks are never reused. Yeah, the masks which you make at home, they can be reused, and they should be reused. They can be clean. They are not surgical masks. They are made of some cloth and double layered, and they can be reused, washed, and ironed and reused. You can iron any, it's good to iron everything that you these days, because hot iron is likely to kill the virus, definitely. And but the surgical masks are not to be reused.
Okay. R.K. Kashyap is joining us from Agra. Yes, please ask your question, Mr. Kashyap.
मेरा प्रश्न ये है कि अगर टेम्परेचर हमको हो जाता है और पैरासीटामोल से उतर जाता है और फिर दोबारा आ जाता है, तो क्या ये इंडिकेशन हो सकता है कि हमको ये इन्फेक्शन हो?
जी, तो आप कह रहे हैं कि टेम्परेचर आया, पैरासीटामोल लिया गया और टेम्परेचर गिर गया और फिर कोरोना पॉजिटिव पाया गया पेशेंट?
नहीं, पेशेंट नहीं पाया गया। मैं पूछ रहा हूँ कि कोरोना पॉजिटिव हो सकता है क्या? ये है कि जब टेम्परेचर होता है तो उसमें हमको इन्वेस्टिगेट कराना चाहिए कि हम पॉजिटिव हैं या नहीं।
There's a testing criteria that has been outlined by the government, but I'll get your question answered by Dr. Daga. Please go ahead, Dr. Daga.
देखिए, आपको अगर बुखार हुआ है और पैरासीटामोल से ठीक हो रहा है, तो उसका और फिर वापस हो रहा है, ठीक नहीं हो रहा है या हो रहा है, तो कोरोना हो सकता है, ये कहना शुरुआत में बहुत मुश्किल है। केवल फीवर होना कोरोना में थोड़ा कम पाया गया है, पर कुछ केसेस में देखा गया है कि उनको केवल फीवर ही होता है और छोटा बड़ा जुकाम या खांसी हल्की सी हुई या कुछ गला खराब हुआ और फीवर चलता रहा। तो अगर ऐसी स्थिति है तो आपको जरूर सोचना चाहिए, और अगर आपको लगता है कि आप बाहर गए, आपने डिस्टेंसिंग मिस करी, कहीं आपकी हैंड हाइजीन ठीक नहीं थी और हो सकता है आप किसी एसिम्प्टोमेटिक कैरियर के कांटेक्ट में आए हो, तो अगर आपको ऐसे चलता है तो पहले दिन बुखार में ऐसा करने की जरूरत नहीं है। अगर 3-4 दिन ऐसा चलता रहे और आपको थोड़ा बहुत गला खराब या ऐसे कोई और सिम्टम्स आए, तो ज़रूर आपको सोचना चाहिए इसकी टेस्टिंग कराने के लिए। और हो सकता है कि उसके लिए उस समय भी टेस्टिंग की जरूरत नहीं है। अगर आप यंग पेशेंट है, आपको कोई ऐसी बीमारी नहीं है, तो वो भी आप वेट कर सकते हैं। और दूसरा नॉर्मल फ्लू भी ये हो सकता है। तो ये आपको देखना पड़ेगा।
Okay, let's do a rapid fire round of sorts because a number of questions have come in. So if you could, all of you could answer, your questions briefly. The question that has come in is, my daughter is 8 years old, as recommended. She washes her hands with soap at regular intervals, due to which she has developed a black patch on the back of her palm and the skin has gone rough. Please suggest what can be done to cure it. This is not directly related to COVID-19, but this is a byproduct of frequent washing of hands, says the viewer. Dr. Mathur.
The hand washing should not cause it unless the soap used is not proper, and I would say that in case it has happened, then they can consult a doctor and get an opinion.
Okay. Another question is, please let me know about the efficacy of drug ivermectin for COVID patients in India. Could it be given for prophylaxis against COVID? Would you like to respond to that, Dr. Geeta?
No. Ivermectin is not given for any prophylaxis, and in fact we are not using any drug for prophylaxis of COVID patients. Only the other measures which I have already told are being used.
Okay. Are there any symptoms an asymptomatic person may get at the later stage of disease, as in the early stage there is no symptom, at early stage there is no symptom for an asymptomatic patient? Would you like to respond to that, Dr. Daga?
So the question is whether early stage no symptoms and then later symptoms. Is that the question?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, it may happen. It can happen in 5 to 14 days. Some people even at 20 days. So it can.
And what would the symptoms be? That's the question. Cold, cough, fever.
Yeah, symptoms would be cold, cough,
breathing
fever.
difficulty.
Most of the time, yeah, breathing difficulty, cough, cold. Some may have only diarrhea. Sometimes, very few cases have had only diarrhea. So
Okay.
all these may happen.
We only have 2 minutes left on the show. Ashok has joined us from Delhi. जी अशोक पूछिए अपना सवाल.
हाँ मैम, मैं पूछ रहा हूँ, एक्चुअली मैं आर्मी से हूँ, मैं अभी लीव पे हूँ, मेरे को गोवा ज्वाइन करना है, तो मैं ये पूछ रहा हूँ जैसे लॉकडाउन खोलता है तो मैं ज्वाइन करना है, तो मतलब साइड में मैं क्या ऐसे सोच के प्रिकॉशंस लूँ जो मैं जाके सेफ पहुँच पाऊँ?
जी, आपको जॉब ज्वाइन करना है, कहाँ पर?
मैं गोवा में ज्वाइन करना मैम, मैं दिल्ली से हूँ अभी.
ओके. आपको पता होगा कि इंटरस्टेट मूवमेंट अलाउड नहीं है.
नहीं, आफ्टर ओपनिंग ऑफ द शटडाउन तो मैं क्या ये प्लान करूं, तो मैं क्या प्रिकॉशंस लूं जो मैं सेफ पहुंच पाऊं?
Would you like to respond to this, Dr. Mathur?
Precaution will be the same कि आप social distance maintain करें और किसी से हैंडशेक नहीं करें, और करें तो उसके बाद हैंड वॉश करें और अपने हैंड को अपने मुंह के ऊपर ना ले जाएं unless they are clean. And maintain the social distance. Probably he was also asking flight में जाना हो तो उसके norms definitely I'm sure कि जब lockdown ख़त्म होगा तो airlines जो हैं वो norms बताएंगी किस तरीके से वो lockdown period के जब ख़त्म होगा तो किस तरीके से flights शुरू करेंगी और क्या-क्या procedures होंगे और क्या guidelines होंगी.
Absolutely. There are several questions with regard to flights and whether it should be seated, etc. For all that, we need to wait for guidelines of the Civil Aviation Ministry for flight movement as and when the government decides to resume flight operations. For now, there are no flights that are operating except those that are operating in emergency cases. Having said that, there's another question that has come in, Dr. Daga. Are there any... Okay, the question is that I was suffering from throat infections for the last 1 month. Do I have a high chance or a low chance of getting infected?
I don't think so. I mean, you have throat infection for a month is highly unlikely. It must be allergic, must be more of allergic thing. So just maintain adequate hygiene and take precautions for that. And if you continue to have for a month problem in throat, please consult a doctor. I mean, just don't treat yourself.
And the last question, Dr. Daga, again to you. Tell us about various steps that are needed to maintain hygiene that can kill bacteria and viruses.
So I think most important lesson we are going to learn from this pandemic is how not to hug and how not to touch and handshake very vigorously. So hand hygiene is the most crucial, and for that one has to practice that very religiously, not just washing for 5 seconds. 20 to 30 seconds of wash is needed all the time whenever you are doing anything, come in contact with something, please maintain all your etiquettes when you're speaking or conversing, because a lot of droplets come out even if you are not coughing, if you are not sneezing, and those droplets can go up to a couple of feet. So you have to maintain a distance. Third is avoid going to crowded places. Fourth is whatever work you can do it from your area rather than going there physically. And I think the most critical part is those places where you go ritually for your religious purposes and for other congregations and all that. I would not say you can completely stop it, but try and maintain a distance going there as well. And very critical, when you come back to your home or something, try and, take off your clothes immediately and change into new clothes, doing that extra thing. And even everyone in family following those and friends following that would be wonderful.
Absolutely, that's a good note to conclude this program on. These precautions need to be followed by one and all. Hand hygiene, respiratory hygiene, social distancing, which is really the social vaccine, as well as ensuring that you have face covers on you, and you can make those face covers at home and use them for public places as well as for workplaces. Thank you, Dr. Mathur, Dr. Daga and Dr. Geeta for having joined us on this edition of Doctors Speak. That's it then in this edition of the show. News and updates will continue on DD India and DD News.